How's it going? I'm Dan with Central Coast Garden Products. We manufacture Green Cleaner, our flagship product. It's an industry-proven IPM. It's a foliar spray for any soft-bodied insects and powdery mildew control. It's all natural. It's exempt from EPA registration. It passes all testing. It's a really good part of an IPM program. So this is an original product that we developed. Growers needing products to get our plants to harvest safe with no residuals, and that will pass testing in a legal market. So that's our Green Cleaner product. It's very effective, very easy to use. It's a concentrated product that you mix with water and spray the plants down with. It has many different ranges that you can use it into, from prevention to heavy infestations. So very, very usable product. Working down the line, Root Cleaner is a similar product to Green Cleaner, all the same ingredients, just different ratios, and this is designed to be used in the soil or cocoa, whatever your root zone's in, to treat diseases and pests that live in the root zone. Very effective product for fungus gnats, root aphids, pythium, so any soil and root-borne issues you might have in cultivation. Then working on down the line, got a couple products that are coming from England that we distribute in the US. Monosilicic is the flagship there. It's a 40% monosilicic acid. So monosilicic acid is the bioavailable form of silica that plants utilize to increase their cellular wall structure, strengthen the plant, make them more resistant to disease, pests, heat and cold stress. So this is an amazing product. It's pH neutral. It doesn't create any pH fluctuations, which a lot of other products in this category do. It has no added heavy metals to it, and it's very, very easy to apply in the tank, in your reservoir, and feed. You can also foliar apply this product as well. This is a 40% strength product, which most other products in its range are a 1 to 4%. So this is a very highly concentrated silicic acid. Then another product, which is I think an amazing product, is called Water Genius. Water Genius is an adjuvant that goes into the soil and helps the water stay there and be more available to the plant. Less runoff, sometimes 30 to 50% reduction in water usage on your crops with this product. So in drought areas, this is a big one for us, like in Northern California. If you're growing in large containers, this really helps the water be utilized better. We also have a nice little air comfort. This is a small sensor for the average grower using in tents or closets. Gives you an app-based Bluetooth system to see what your temperature and your humidity are in your growing room. One other thing, that we distribute, Bud Box Grow Tents. This is the best grow tent I've ever seen. The quality of the construction is above and beyond. The zippers are fantastic. They offer great ventilation systems, stronger poles, stronger corners, viewing windows, and what we really like is the white reflective material that they use on this tent. It offers much more par reflectivity. You're getting better usage of your light. The structure of your canopy is amazing. These tents are fantastic. We started distributing these this year in the US as well. So that's us, Central Coast Garden Products. We've got you covered in the pest management and some other fantastic product around.
Hey, Aaron. Eric with Luminar Lighting. We're here at the MJBiz show. To give you guys a quick little rundown on Luminar and what we do here. We are a full-purpose lighting company. We're a veteran in the industry. We've actually, the cumulative force that actually puts this industry together, we've been actually in lighting in the cannabis sector for over 20 years. Our founder, Char, was 50% quantum horticulture. Later went over to Hydro Farm, but started up a new brand, and here we are with Luminar. Lights above me are all of our new LEDs. We're really lucky right now. They're only at 15%, so you can see them. We turn those things up, it'll be like daytime in here. But at Luminar, we have taken the lighting industry to another level. We're not just handing you off lights and hoping the best for you. We're really trying to do everything. The equivalent to me giving you a perspective in this, if you're going to an irrigation guy, this would be like an irrigation guy handing you a bunch of pumps and telling you have a nice day. The guy haven't sold you filters or anything else to the system. So we're taking everything from all the way over here to power management, making sure that all the way back to the power grid, that are guys that are getting massive amounts of amps in their building have the right filtering, have the right monitoring, data logging, so they know how good their electricity is. You would always filter your water inside your grow. Why wouldn't you monitor and filter your electricity? It runs probably 70 to 80% of your equipment. It is key, part and parcel in making a great grow. We then partner with UL panel shops and control systems like Aggramation, who come from commercial lighting. These guys are not necessarily like cannabis specific, but our partners over here specify in commercial level lighting. So guys are going to pull in 10,000, 50,000 amps into a building, run hundreds or thousands of lights. These guys can come in and build it. And these aren't a lot of, like, once again, go into your like industry stuff. This is Siemens controls. These are the same type of controllers that go to space on the space shuttle. And we have the top engineers and software programmers from Siemens that give our customers custom solutions, as well as like lifting systems and all other kinds of things. But that comes all the way back to us. Now we get to the lights. I've gotten the power, I've filtered it, I've monitored it, and make sure you're not going to fail. We have all the controls, and now you come to our lights. So we have some of the best, like, high-end, cutting-edge lights. Our motto this year is pushing past par. A lot of people use a lot of general terminology in the industry, and they don't realize that a lot of this terminology is about 50 years old. Things like PPFD and PAR, they're great terminologies. They were created by Keith McCree in the 1970s. But that terminology came from a prism and about 18 different plant species, and it's not really relevant to the 5 different optical receptors that are in every plant. So we build our lights around to activate all 5 of those optical receptors and give the best possible result inside of the plants. The worst thing about this industry is a lot of stuff is marketing, and a lot of stuff is fluff. We try to cut that out and get right to the core of the issue and deliver the most critical thing that our customers need, and that's results. I'm not going to BS my customers. You can't put a logo on a photon. A photon's a photon. I'm delivering energy to a plant. One of the second best things we do here at Luminar is we support our customer past the purchase. We want our customers to come back and pick up, more lighting in 3 to 5 years. So we're not just going to drop the lights off with them and have a good day. We're here to help them grow as either a hobbyist or a commercial grower, and then we want them to have success long term. So when they do expand, they're going to come back and buy more. So that's really kind of everything in kind of a nutshell, if you say. But here, let's flip the lights up and show you guys how bright these really get. We'll turn on our greenhouse lights here, and we'll turn up zone 2 and turn up zone 1, and you can see now no one wants to be in the booth.
No. I'm getting a tan now, and it's nice.
If you don't got sunglasses, you shouldn't come see a lighting booth.
Actually, I do have sunglasses. I just didn't think it was appropriate.
Yeah. So once again, Luminar Lighting. You can check this out on the web, luminarlighting.com. Check us out on social media. We got tons of guys. They're out there pumping us, like the guy right here below me, and a lot of influencers out there that really love what we've been doing. And we're going to continue to be here. Like I said, 20 years in the industry, a lot of guys come in and out. You're going to definitely see us here for the long haul, and we appreciate your time. And then thanks. You come back into here. You can either do like the graphic interface. So this is just a UI control. Oh, error code. This is a UI control, so you can just slide this little slider, or you can just touch the controller right here. Type in the amount that you want. So we're going to go 15%, dim, and go up here 15%. enter, and it dims. This is full control, so you can go, you do all your environmental statistics. I mean, you can really get into, it's all good. You can get into all the specifics of the feeding schedules, times, irrigation, all the different times, how many days a week you want to feed. Really great system.
Hey, how are you? I'm Cullen. I'm the founder and owner of Green Bros. We are a equipment manufacturer in North Las Vegas. I specialize in harvesting equipment. So after you cut and hang correctly and dry, you can use our equipment to trim, sort, sift. You can use it. We have a, that's about it. That's all we do right now. Just kidding. We have a grinder too, and we now have a super high throughput, this big machine right here. This is a belt trimmer. This will do around 500 pounds an hour. Super badass. In case you've got a really big farm, because that you know, there are people out there doing that. But the whole idea about this company was there were problems that I saw that people were having to deal with, specifically trimming and how tedious it was, and then also like sorting or sifting, hash sifting, dry sifting. So that was the first machine I made. And then the trimmers, which are these guys right here. The little, this is our M Light, little baby trimmer. Does about 9 pounds an hour. And then we have our Model M, which is a bigger trimmer, which is over there. They're standing in front of the Model M. But then those guys stand in front of another Model M. Get you going in circles, right? It's awesome. This is kind of like the central, if you look at this, this is our lineup. This is how we do things here. What you have is the rise conveyor, which attaches to every one of our pieces of equipment. So you can actually feed each piece of equipment with the same rise conveyor. There's a grinder right here that my man Tim has got his hands on. Perfect particle sizes for pre-rolls. Perfect. Did I say perfect? Perfect sizes. 100% perfect, 100% guaranteed perfect. Right here is our sorting machine that allows you to run the cannabis through there. It knocks it out by size sorting. So you get your bigs, your littles, and your mediums. Everything is separated so you can bag it up the way you want to. Mix your bags up the way you want to. On the other side there is our small belt trimmer, kind of like the big one we showed you earlier. Right behind the young woman with black hair right there. That is our small belt trimmer. That's 150 pounds an hour, super sick. And then on the other side, like I said, is the Model M, which is our big trimmer. So our rise conveyor will feed all of our machines. You just put cannabis in the back, and it lifts it up. There's one running over here if you want to take a peek. I'm gonna run you around in circles. Here we go. Check this out. This is basically get some stuff up in there. So you basically have a conveyor that is going really slow right now. Here, I'll turn it up a little bit for you so you can see it. There we go. So now you can see it starting to move. So your cannabis comes up over the rise conveyor, goes down this ramp right here, and goes down into what's our sorter. And the sorter separates it all by size, so you can see all. Don't smoke this stuff. This is bad. This is little fussy balls, but we can't bring cannabis in this show, which is stupid, by the way. That's dumb that we can't do that. Really upset about that. Anyway, we have little fuzzy balls sorted by sizes, but that's what it does. So all the way down to your biggest ones in the back. So you get your buds sorted by the sizes you want. Super, super convenient, great machine. Everything we do is made out of stainless steel. It's 100% US source stainless steel. We buy all of our plastics in the United States. We're 96% recyclable and 98% manufactured. All our raw goods are 98% from the United States. We are all about the best quality, highest quality, best equipment that you can buy. This stuff will last you a lifetime, guaranteed. That's really all I got. You want to look at something else? We can walk around and look at something else. Listen, when you reach a point in your cannabis growing life that you need to have more work done and more processing, you have to look for a company that's going to support you. That's what we do. We partner with people. When I sell a machine, you are a member of my family. As long as you own that machine, we're good to go. And that's how we do it. We just create relationships that last as long as you want them to last. And we're here to support you and make sure you're more successful, more profitable, and all that good stuff. It's a lot of fun.
Hey guys, this is Rico from Dutch Bro, and we're actually live here right now at MJBizCon 2021. I'm actually explaining you more about the Dutch Bro company, the history, and also what our products are about and what you guys can expect for next year in 2022. So the company started in like 1985 in Amsterdam, and it was actually my old man with his business partner that were growers themselves. And back in the days in the 80s, there weren't a lot of good nutrients and good equipment out there. So they looked into the nutrient side of things to actually improve their yield and the quality. But they were growers, right? And what do we want as growers? We want something simple, and we want something effective that is not too costly. And those were the prerequisites that they actually wanted to have in their own nutrient line. Now, how long did it take them? More than 5 years to actually develop the nutrient line that you guys see out here in this booth. And they saw like an amazing increase in yield and density and just overall quality, and also the taste like of the smoke itself afterwards. Now, the funny thing is that the Dutch Bro brand wasn't out in the 90s. That one started in 2003. So up until that moment, my old man and his business partner were growers for themselves. They were growing the nutrients to other people, friends and stuff. And then as demand grew, and my old man had his own hydroponic store, that's when things took off in 2003. And ever since, in the last 18 years, we've been expanding and growing, and went through a whole lot of ups and downs, you know. Started off doing everything by hand, from manufacturing to like bottling things, and now we got like 3 fully automatic machines that does the bottling. That is just incredible to see, guys. If you do want to see the factory, you guys can go to my YouTube channel. That's where you say we have a factory video out there where you guys can see how we mix the nutrients, how the factory looks like, and that's one of the things that we want to do. Like, we want to be transparent and open, and we actually have the liquids in tubes out here, and as far as I know, we're the only liquid nutrient brand that actually shows off our products at trade shows, which still surprises me, because a lot of companies that only show the packaging, which is great, but it's about what's inside the packaging, right? So we do show it, we do show the growers how clean it is, because that's one of the things that we specialize in. It's like offering like very clean nutrients. And to give you guys like a little breakdown of how the nutrient line works, I think it's time that we head over to the products out here, where we have them lined up. So what we have here is the Hydro Coco nutrient line. Now we also have them available for soil, so depending on what substrate you're using, you can pick the right A&B. And this is basically what you need. Now you don't need them all at the same time, because we like to keep things simple. So if we start in veg, which is the A&B, then we use the take root, silica, and your multi-total. Now your A&B will provide you with all the 17 necessary elements. So think about your NPKs, your calcium, magnesium, and also your boron, molybdenum, you name it, the 70. The silica actually is a really good product, as it actually protects the cell walls. So what it really does is it prevents the stress for your plant. Therefore your cell walls remain flexible, so they can grow bigger, which eventually leads to bigger stems, bigger buds, and better yields. Now you got the take root, which specifically focuses on the roots through the use of kelp extract. Now kelp extract, guys, is like really rich in nutritional value. And you have to think about like 50 different vitamins and nutrients inside the take root. The multi-total is what we call a nutrient optimizer. Now, this is a great product because it will actually increase the efficiency of your nutrients uptaken by your roots. And we use humic and fulvic acids, and they will bind to your nutrients of the A&B, of the silica, and of the take root. And the humic and fulvic acids will sit around your root zone. So they're directly available for your roots to uptake it, and therefore you increase your efficiency rate. Now, when we go to the flowering stage, we still use A&B. And you might wonder, why do you have a different A&B for flower? That has to do, guys, with a ratio of the elements. So still the same elements as in the veg you will find in flower, but the ratios are different. There's more phosphorus, there's more potassium, and overall it's a different ratio compared to veg. Now, from the third week of flower on, you're gonna start using this one. And this is our bud booster. I call it like a 3-in-1 bud booster. This is actually like Terpinator, Finisher, PK 13, 14, you name it. This product. Really great product. You start using it from the third week of flower till the end, up until your flush. Now, you keep using your multi-total because you do want that high efficiency of nutrient uptake. So you keep on using that every other week. Lastly, we're still going to keep using the silicone because you do want that extra protection for your cell walls so there's less stress involved. So your cells can still elongate, become bigger, which leads to bigger stems, bigger yields overall, and more denser buds as well. And literally, that's all it is. It's really simple. I mean, I mix nutrients like under 3 minutes. Just make sure that you do measure your pH and you do measure your ppms. It's really important to know your nutritional value, which is your ppm. And pH is going to tell you whether the plant can uptake the nutrients. So the pH needs to sit between 5.8 to 6.5. Also growth preferences will stay between those two and you're good. ppm, depending if you're in veg or in flower, but if you sit around 1,000 ppms, that's on average, then you're always on the good side. Upcoming for 2022, we got some exciting news because we're going to launch 2 new products. We're going to launch our amino acid product. It's called Amino Strength. It's going to have 18 amino acids out of the 20 that are out there in the world. It's all plant derived, so no animal matters, like a fully 100% organic product. Great. It does smell a little bit like tomato soup, but hey, who doesn't like tomato soup, I guess? Great product. We're going to launch that one. But we're also going to come out with our A and B, but in powdered versions. People have been asking us, when are you guys going to release the powdered version? We do use liquid raw materials for this one, so we had to, make sure that our powdered versions was going to be just as good as the liquid versions. But we make it work. So in 2022, we're going to launch the A and B powdered versions as well. I think that sums it up of the history, how the nutrient line works, and what we're going to do for next year. If there's more content, guys, I would definitely make sure you're the first to know. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Tim. I'm with Culture Biologics. Today we're launching our new carbon-based nutrient line. It's essentially evolving the way we use nutrients and the way we grow plants. We come out with a 4-part powdered fertilizer system that's commercially viable organics. It's a carbon-based nutrient line compared to a nitrate nutrient line that actually allows the plants to use those materials to synthesize them into cannabinoids and other active ingredients, whereas nitrate fertilizers synthesize into plant matter and leaf tissue. So the custom-tailored and organic nutrient line to specifically synthesize cannabinoids. So when you're actually feeding and fertilizing the cannabis plant, you're actually feeding it something specific for the cannabis plant and what it's producing. We see that plants have higher cannabinoid counts, better terpene profiles. The plants have naturally more vigorous and more healthy than your nitrate-driven nutrients. So this is Grow 360. Grow 360 is our 1-part vegetative based fertilizer. It contains everything you need from the macros, secondaries, the trace elements you need for the vegetative stage. Once you get to late veg, and you're switching into flower, we recommend you go to Bloom 360. It's the same principle, has all your macros, secondaries, and trace elements for the blooming stage instead of the vegetative stage. The biggest difference between this base fertilizing system compared to the others is it doesn't have 3 parts. It doesn't have 5 parts. It's you use 1 product in veg and you use 1 product in bloom. There's 0 nitrates, there's 0 phosphate salts, 0 EDTA chelated micronutrients. Everything here is carbon based. So our nitrogen is protein nitrogen. Our phosphorus is micronized rock phosphate. Our trace elements are minerals digested in humic acids instead of synthetically chelated. So what you end up getting is a more bioavailable nutrient uptake into the plant instead of having to rely on salts to osmotically shove themselves inside the plant. By making them carbon-based, they become more bioavailable, and more bioavailable means the plant takes them up better. Then we move into our supplements. We have two supplements. We have a PK supplement, uses rock phosphate and micronized potassium sulfate with a little zinc, a little boron. So this is an organic bloom booster. One of the first of its kind. We add zinc because when plants are flowering, they need more auxins. And if you have more auxins, you need more zinc. It's a precursor for that. So auxins grow flowers, they ripen the flowers, and then there's boron, and boron turns into a sugar inside the plant and translocates everything from the leaves into the flowers. So when you're ripening at the end of the plant stage, you can get that nice translocation from the leaves and you get that nice fade and nice terpene flavor profile. Our calcium is a organic CalMag product that uses 0 nitrates. It uses a protein load, so it's amino acids, along with calcium carbonate and magnesium sulfate. So most CalMags on the market are nitrate based. So what ends up happening is as you use them in flower, you start getting the foxtailing, the elongation of the flowers, and they become loose and larky and fluffy. Calcium contains 0 nitrates and actually has proteins and sulfates. So when you're using it in flower, you get those nice dense flowers and you don't have that cellular elongation. So it's a flower safe CalMag that won't cause any type of elongation or heavy nitrogen charge to it. And then last but not least is one of my personal favorite products. It's called Flush. Flush is a all-natural flushing agent. It is a water conditioner, so it breaks apart carbonates or hard water and turns hard water into soft water. It's a soil conditioner. So it adds porosity to soil, so your soil is never really compact. It keeps it oxygenated, which prevents lockout. And then it's in a nutrient sense, it's a chelator. It wraps it's a carbon weak acid, so it wraps the weak acid around each of the elements in a carbon ring, and then you get better uptake with all your nutrients in it. This is our evolution of nutrient series. It's our we call it Eon. So if you guys see Eon, anyone tagging Eon or seeing it called Eon, that's what our new fertilizer line is.